Welcome to Mystic Musings with Toby Hewitt. I'm Toby Hewitt, and I'm your guide through time and space and all points in between. Mystic Musings will give you insight into who you are, why you are here, how to live an authentic life, and where you fit into the universe around you. Join me on this path of mystical exploration. Welcome to episode 42 of Mystic Musings with Toby Hewitt. This week, we will examine tolerance versus acceptance as we continue our mystic journey. It always sounds good, work for the tolerance of others, but this is a very limiting perspective. When we tolerate something, it means we are putting up with it. We are keeping it at arm's length in order to make ourselves feel better, feel as though we are part of some societal solution rather than part of a problem of prejudice and bigotry. I tolerate you does not mean I want to be your friend. It does not mean I want to work beside you to help both of us to thrive on this plane. It does not mean I will sit at the table with you and share sustenance of thought and food. It means we are different, and you and I have no commonality from which to forge a bond. When we tolerate, we divide. We think of that which is tolerated as something other than ourselves, and often not as good as we perceive ourselves. Tolerating also deprives us of really knowing another person, because we are not taking the time to delve into what makes that person or a group of people who they are, what makes them interesting. One definition suggests that to tolerate means to allow the existence, occurrence, or practice of something that one does not necessarily like or agree with without interference. I tolerate the noise factor in my workplace. I jam earbuds into my ears and try to overcome the distracting sounds so that I may concentrate. I do not like this practice. I tolerate it. When we tolerate people in this manner, we are not embracing them. We are not trying to get to know them, but rather we are putting up with them. We are not liking them. We are perhaps politely acknowledging they exist while not dipping a toe into their lives. Tolerance is divisive. It makes those we tolerate something other than what we are. We do not recognize them as part of us, so we treat them differently than we treat those we recognize as somehow like us. Of course, this is all an illusion, and a harmful and hurtful one at that. Yes, we are a diverse energy, but we are a cohesive energy. We are one. We can ask ourselves why then we seem to tolerate for others that which we would never tolerate for ourselves. Why do we treat others differently than how we wish to be treated? The way we ultimately survive these challenging times and the psychic assaults that seek to divide us is to join together in acceptance and love, to truly embrace our diversity and celebrate it. When we accept another person, we embrace them as being a friend, or even in the larger sense, a part of our family, the family of those spirits having a physical experience at this time. I like to promote a community in which everyone brings a dish to pass at the table, that dish being a set of ideas or hopes or dreams or even aspects of self that defy categorization and definition. Well-seasoned dishes that allow us to experience and learn from each other in the spirit of equality and shared equanimity. Although we appear to be separate beings, and I suppose in this case the illusion is difficult to overcome, there is between our spirits a connectivity that exists on all planes, even this one. We are connected through the interdependent web, which spreads across the universe, through all time and through all space, connecting everything into a oneness that cannot be torn apart by anything, especially the relatively powerless ego of the body in which our spirit resides. It is this ego that often seems to divide us and creates differences where none exist. The creative spirit, that idea that created us, doesn't tolerate us. It embraces us as part of the oneness that was created in and through the energy of love. For this week's exercise, try reaching out to someone you do not know well and have a conversation about anything. The weather, a favorite coffee shop, a good book you are enjoying. Have them share their thoughts. Have a real discussion. Learn about this person in a non-invasive manner. As you learn about them, try to sense your spirit reaching out toward this person and feel the connectivity of your two spirits. If we all did this on a daily basis, if we accepted people as we wish to be accepted, there would be nothing left to divide us. Next week, please join me for episode 43, when we will examine the idea of releasing and forgiving as we continue our mystic journey. Thanks for listening to this episode of Mystic Musings. Please join me every week to continue our exploration of all things mystical that can help you have a more practical and magical life. Please visit my website, TobieHewitt.com, for more information and to read my blog postings. And join me also at pathwaystomindfulness.org to learn how you can schedule a presentation. I am available for mindfulness training, demonstrations of psychic abilities, and individual readings. I also have a number of books on mystical topics on Amazon.com. I look forward to hearing from you and answering your questions. Please contact me through TobieHewitt.com.